And welcome, race fans, to another episode here at CRM with the Smky Mountain Motorsports Truck Series round at Dover. Here tonight at 72 degrees outside. Track temperature is at 100 degrees. Derek's going to be my sidekick here for tonight, and we'll have to put some high banking concrete track. What are you thinking?
Where were we last week? Bristol. So this is just basically a longer version of Bristol. Obviously, I believe it's concrete, regular concrete. It's different. Where Bristol is concrete in the corners and asphalt on the straightaways. It doesn't matter. It's going to eat tires. At least it did when last time I raced it. Tire wear is going to be the thing. If you're going to have a long run, you're going to have those tires. And, you can, just like Bristol, you got multiple lanes in the corners, in and out. There's no real right way or wrong way. It's all personal preference. I do know that going up top at the later end of the run is probably the way to go. Jimmy, it's one of those things. It's a love-hate relationship, and if you don't like it, turn one is obviously very tricky considering the big hump going into the corner. You got to wait until after the hump to start your entry, but you want to be off the gas, because if you hit that brake while on that hump, you're going around.
It can be a pretty tricky track there. But definitely they call it the Monster Mile for a reason. It does like to eat some vehicles up on some of those exits of those corners. But you're ready to take qualifying. Let's see, 5 minutes to do so. Got 6 drivers out here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 drivers ready to take the track as we are winding down the season here. Obviously, numbers have dwindled, but the racing has remained to be very competitive here between the last and final few standing here for the season. So obviously we're going to continue to keep the best coverage possible. If you got a favorite driver out there, or if you got somebody you would like to see win here tonight, put it up in the chat, let us know. But we have Chris Smith out there tonight, along with Christopher Cash, James Honeycutt, Larry Hensley Jr., Anthony Rennick, and Daniel Sweat. So it's been a while since we've seen the 80 truck out there, but it's people starting to trickle back. Maybe we'll see a big influx on drivers on the track.
Yeah, I didn't notice Christopher Smith was out there. I mean, I thought it was Christopher Cash, but I just glanced at all the drivers that were in here today. So, welcome back, Christopher. I hope we get to talk to you tonight. Larry's been fast, so see how you handle it. So, but I do know a few drivers were complaining about how the truck was feeling tonight, so I know it's going to be a little bit difficult tonight. I'm riding on with Larry right now. I don't know who you're riding on with, Jimmy, but I think maybe Larry. Okay, well, I'm on the in-driver cam. But as you can see, he's diving in to get that low lane. He's going to drift up in the middle of the corner, come back down. Oh, no, he didn't come back down. He's drifted up and got a little wiggly coming out of 2. That bridge was always my let-off point to go into the corner and let the truck roll. Would like to see him to keep that truck down a little bit, but that's my preference. But he's the race truck driver, and ran a pretty fast lap there as a 22.952, good for the provisional pole right now. Daniel Sweat is P number 2 and 22.980. So James Honeycutt, the top 3 from last week, are in the top 3 so far, but I'm still waiting on a couple. I know Christopher Cash said he had a couple computer issues, so he might have some trouble tonight there, Jimmy. But we still have Daniel Sweat, no, not Daniel Sweat, Christopher Smith, Christopher Cash, and Anthony Redneck left to qualify. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Christopher Smith might just allow the time to go by and just kind of take the field in some heat races as he hasn't been here throughout most of the season. Obviously, we've seen Christopher Smith run some really good races, so it's good to see him back out here with the drivers here of Smky Mountain. And even Rob Hattenback, obviously there's some computer was hindering some people, and the heck earlier I went in when the timer was up for the session, and basically it said that it was unavailable. I was like, well, I'm getting DDoSed again, so who knows? They basically shut iRacing down, open them back up, and I was able to get in, so it's going to be an interesting one here tonight, though, with the few drivers that we do have here, and the ones that are here, they usually run pretty close together. So, I'm looking forward to seeing these 6 drivers battle it out on the track.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot of time to run around here, so you could definitely get out on the track right now. But if not, Larry might have the pole for the second week in a row, non-qualifying. Larry Hensley Jr., because he claims he's not a qualifier. Maybe he's just found something in the last few weeks there, Jimmy. But, good to see him on the pole. Good to see Daniel Sweat right behind him, James Honeycutt, and looking forward to see what this heat race and Christopher Smith has to say about tonight. I will say, everyone has... I don't want to do no updates. Sorry, all my screens went black. I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, it's an interesting race. Not being able to see what you're trying to call, but it's right here qualifying. About 10 seconds remaining here. 3 drivers deciding to get out there and put in times. Larry Hensley Jr. looks like he'll take that provisional pole for that heat race here with a 22.952, followed by Daniel Sweat on the outside with a 22.980, and then James Honeycutt not too far behind with a 23.369. So obviously your top 2 drivers battling back and forth for pretty much the end of the regular season, and right there at the last race. So put on some a good show here, but looks like the pace car is down in the pits. Larry Hensley Jr. taking to his car, getting ready to go the green here for our heat number 1, which will anchor in our lineup for tonight's main event.
Dover Motor Speedway.
Yeah, Dover, the Monster Mile. This is one of the few tracks that I actually got a chance to be at, and you can see down there by the blimp area at the bottom left there, you got Miles the Monster there, iconic statue there. So a lot of times there. The place I went with my dad and my uncle that is no longer with us, and a couple of my uncle's friends that are no longer with us as well. But it was where I got to see my first race car driver that I was rooting for actually pull off a victory for Ricky Rudd over Bill Elliott. Yeah, so Ricky Rudd.
That's how old you are, dude.
That's how old I am. Yeah, this is obviously back in the early 90s, and. Ricky Rudd just took no tires, and Bill Elliott took 4 tires, and Bill Elliott was cruising to catch Ricky, but just ran out of time. So Ricky was able to win that with a pit strategy over the infamous Bill Elliott. So definitely a lot of fun being there, watching those races back then. It's definitely a different animal these days. But the trucks are taking the field here, following the pace car out on that track. Looks like we have 4 trucks right now. Doesn't look like Christopher Cash will make it tonight.
Well, it's just a heat race.
Yeah, he's got time. So along with Christopher Smith. So probably just want him to stay there in the back. See if those 2 drivers get out there. I'd love to see them out there running around here tonight. But so we're going to get ready to knock out 20 laps here for these 4 drivers and settle in here. Basically give these drivers a little bit of time. It's almost like a pit party there, Derek.
Yeah, I mean, pace car is off. Barty's going to grease up that shoulder for the first time tonight, and we're going to get ready to go racing tonight. So, and they're off. It's a little bit of a slow start for Larry. I don't know if he spun tires or just trying to figure something out. But they're off side by side. Anthony Rednick and James Honeycutt following Daniel Sweat and Larry Hensley Jr. Side by side. That's not a good spot to be in, especially coming off of turn 2 on the outside, but they make it work. Larry Hensley Jr. is going to take that lead, and he's going to get a couple truck lengths on Daniel Sweat. But this is the time to see how hard you can push that truck and see how fast and check your tires after the race and see how bad they are. But coming down the backstretch, going to turn 3 and 4, Larry Hensley Jr. is gaining a little bit of ground on putting a little distance between him and Daniel Sweat, but James Honeycutt's trying to pressure Daniel Sweat in that 07 truck into a mistake to give up that P number 2 spot, which might be a good thing if starting P number 3 is always not a bad spot to be in, but it is a fun one. But just trying to figure out something.
Yeah, plenty of things going on. You see the drivers getting around here pretty easily.
I got a squirrel moment. I'm sorry.
But Larry Atkin out there running that number 3 to be pretty hard. I see where it stands maybe after 10 or 15 laps. I mean, with these concrete tracks, it's pretty easy to get yourself a good time. But if you don't take care of the tires, you fall off quickly, and then you're in trouble falling the wayside. So is that couple laps enough for these drivers to stay out front? It's not an easy place to pass, but it's very fast here. So going down in the pits, you can lose a lot of time. So we're going to go here with 10 laps remaining. James Honeycutt putting in the fastest lap of the heat race, number 1, with a 22.995.
I mean, as you can see, the back end of Larry's truck sliding out. That's not something that you really want to see, because that means that truck's moving a little bit, adding a little bit of that extra heat, which will run the right rear a little hot, and that's not what you want. It loses grip once it gets real hot. So, but they're roughly running the same lap times. Daniel Sweat's running a little bit faster than Larry, but not much. James Honeycutt was about a tenth off of the leaders, the 2 in front of them. So, it's, as you can see, he takes that wide arc and down to the bottom. As you can see, Daniel Sweat getting in a little sharp, getting up in the corner a little high and coming back down low, losing a little bit of time on Larry. And you can see he's now running in his jet wash. Running that far back and running the same. Oh, James Honeycutt's in the wall, coming out of turn 3 and 4. Just as easy, the back end slaps the wall. As we have 7 laps to go, I don't think James Honeycutt did anything wrong. I think he just got a little. It's easy to get pushed up into the wall coming out of turn 4 there, Jimmy. I know I smacked that wall. It could be another couple feet wider, in my opinion, but
big mistakes. Big mistakes made there by the 76 of James Honeycutt. Looking for another great finish this week, but that's not the way to start it here. Gonna end up starting in P number 3 as the top 2 here that are out here running. We'll figure out who is going to, or what side of the track they will be on for the start of this race. So maybe Daniel Sweat wants the high side this time over Larry. So, or maybe Larry would, maybe Larry drops back. But I think there's, I don't know if there's still extra points for the heat win race. I guess we'll find out as they do the points. But Larry needs every single point possible to get out in front of Daniel Sweat and maybe walk away this season's championship driver.
Yeah, I was actually, since you said that, I wanted to walk out and see where everyone is for the playoffs.
Excuse me. Took some medication for this. I had a tooth pulled today. Kicking my butt.
Well, we got 3 laps, so I'll talk about it in the warm-up. I got a funny story for everyone. It was funny. I mean, you can call me a Blue Falcon if you want, but
Don't be pointing the bus on you.
everyone that needs to know knows about it. I mean, in all reality, it was a serious problem, but
2 laps to go here in the heat race. Larry Hazard Jr. out to a nice 1.2 second lead over Daniel Sweat, and I can only imagine that this will put a little bit of confidence, a little pep in the step there for that number 33 here tonight. And the caution flag will wave this time by Larry Hazard Jr. will take the win here of heat number 2 and lock in that pole position for the main event, followed by Daniel Sweat, James Honeycutt, and then Anthony Rennick, Christopher Cash, and Smith will be in towards the back if they decide to join us for the main event, which will happen here in just a few short minutes. I will be right back for a quick break.
well, everyone, we got 5 minutes of warm up. That is kind of a long time, but it'll be all right. It will be all right. Well, unfortunately, I don't have the playoff standings in front of me. I can't find it unless Christopher Cash wants to come and talk, but it's updated yet. I know the standings, but usually you have the playoff standings a little bit different than the regular, so to him. But we got 3.5 minutes till we go back racing this evening.
Let's go to this warm up here at Dover as these 6 drivers will the Monster Mile. So Derek, so what are your predictions here tonight? Who do you think will be the winner here at Dover?
Well, considering if we take the 15 lap race, I think Larry, because he was putting some distance on Daniel Sweat. But at the same time, you never know, because Daniel Sweat could could be hiding, playing a little gun shy, not showing all of the tools in the toolbox, if you know what I mean. But
sometimes you don't want to show them cards, you know. Sometimes you want to, you know, hold them close to your chest and not show everything, especially with the small field. You know, it's definitely a strategy that one can make.
Right. So my story. Here's my story. I got 45 seconds. I was coming home from a doctor's appointment. Wife texts me, "Hey, there's your old company that you used to work for. Company truck broke down I was like, okay. So I was like, she told me where. I was like, oh, I'll be there in a few minutes. Well, lo and behold, I get there. It was broke down. Well, I thought to be broke down because it was in the middle of the road, not moving. So I was like, well, if it was broke down, it would have the flashers and all that on. Truck's running, so it can't be. I was like, so I pull up next to him, go see if he needed anything. Well, this homeboy was sleeping in the truck. Luckily, I knocked on the window, he woke up, and he went on about his day. But not before I got a picture taken of him, just to show all my buddies that still work for the company. And then, lo and behold, it was my buddy's son-in-law. So, yeah, so he caught some slack from his old lady and his father-in-law for that. But he was more surprised that they found out before he had a chance to tell them. And he was like, well, I was just resting my eyes and my hand on the wheel, and his old lady was like, no, you were passed out. So luckily everything worked out for the good. No one got hurt. Definitely could have been a bad situation, but you know, like I said, luckily it turned out for the good and he was able to go on his way. So Blue Falcon, whatever, I don't care. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, things happen. People, they work hard, they stay up there for 2 jobs. You never know what's going on. Yeah, when you get behind the wheel, you want to be as wide awake as possible, so accidents don't happen. But could have been a bigger incident. Obviously, nothing happened that time around, and you know, that's what people focus on, is that nothing happened. It could have happened, and you shouldn't put yourself in that situation to harm other human beings. But we are here virtually at Dover, and these drivers have no fear at all, because nobody is going to get hurt unless it's some feelings. So we're gonna see these. Looks like 3 drivers. Larry has a Junior Daniel Sweat and James Honeycutt. They've put on a great show so far this season, but can they go step for step for 100 laps here tonight at Dover?
Yeah. Well, Marty's going to grease that shoulder one more time, and the pace car is off, and he's going to start waving that flag in any second. And, oh, come on. Go, green. Let's go racing, boys.
There you go. As they head down the front stretch, they're down in the turn of the wheel. Not quite side by side. There's when he use that low side, get those newer tires with some pretty good grip going on right at the moment. Lift it up to the high side and take it down the back stretch.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing that you've seen throughout the season, though. Getting that front spot and having that fresh, clean air. Granted, they all get loose coming out of the corner. No one really tagged the wall on that one, but having that fresh tire, fresh air, is very much key. As you can see, Daniel Sweat going up and drifting back down and got a little loose coming out of the corner. Not what you want to see right this second, but Larry Hensley Jr. laying down a Blazer 29.7 as they change that up as a Larry drives a 22.805. But you know, being behind that lead truck, he's going to put a lot of dirty air and he's going to make you tight. As Daniel Sweat is going to pull up and he's going to come down to the pit lane.
What is that?
I don't know what he's doing. Maybe making
well, on a scheduled pit stop. Maybe do they have quality fuel? I don't know if they can change fuel for quality laps, but anyways, the 07 finds himself down in the pit lane here. Earlier here on lap 4, as Larry Hensley Jr. works his way around down the backstretch. Actually, just excuse me, to complete lap row 5 is going to go ahead and put Daniel Sweat a lap down. So this is the 33 and the 76 out on the track right now here. We have 5 laps in the books. And this could be a long one here for Daniel Sweat, but something came up, and the 07 decided he needed to take care of real life. But these two drivers here, the 33 and the 76, will come here tonight for another 94 laps. And I guess it's like who's going to make this mistake? Is somebody going to make a mistake? Does somebody have a better pit strategy? I don't know. There's a lot that can go in between just basically a head-on-head race here between these two drivers. And you can see James Honeycutt getting the fastest lap of the race. But you can see that Honeycutt does have speed, so we know that Larry Hensley Jr. won the heat race. Honeycutt just put in the fastest lap of the race, so that means he does and can get around here and can be a threat to Larry Hensley Jr. if Larry Hensley Jr. makes a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but he left the race, so he's not coming back. So it's just going to be Larry Hensley Jr. and James Honeycutt for tonight. That's going to be a lot of interesting. See how this goes, but James Honeycutt had in the heat race, which he catastrophically destroyed the turn 4 wall, which, if you wanted to do that, that would be the time to do it. But, hopefully he learned some lessons from the heat race there, Jimmy. But Larry Hensley Jr. is out to a second lead over James Honeycutt. So, and Larry's still running pretty decent lap times, not too far off from where he started. So, it's not about how fast you can go, it's how much you can hit that same lap time, lap after lap, is what's going to be the difference maker. So,
right now, heck, I need to change the ticker. There's only 2 drivers out there. Let me see if I can put this, make it top 5. Here's it. Here, let's see. I'll just do top 5. There we go. We'll just put the top 5 up there off of the track, and then I can go ahead and take down this tower. We don't need that anymore. As you can see up on the track, how far James Honeycutt is back from Larry Hensley Jr. there. 1.4 seconds and growing ever so slightly. So Larry is able to keep a little better pace. See, it'll stall out for a little bit, but all about the exits and entering and exiting the corners there for the number 33 here tonight.
Jimmy, it's going to be if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world, because you can go in, limp the truck in. Yeah, you'll go a couple laps down, but it all depends on what Larry, the other driver's going to do, if he's going to go and take tires or not. It's not the end of the world. But Christopher Cash is coming out onto the track now, so
69 making the appearance in the Iron Maiden machine. Gonna be a few laps down though, but gonna get out there and at least join his fellow league mates. A little bit of bleeping going on there from Christopher Cash. Is still having some internet issues that he's been battling for the evening. I know he was doing some updates too, so not what Christopher Cash wanted to see here tonight, with only a few races remaining for the season.
His truck might be the Iron Maiden, but his computer is not. So
I don't think it's the computer. I really seriously just think it's the internet.
Well, he said his problem was only in the trucks. He doesn't have this problem in any other series that he does. So, which is not. They're all not trucks. So, That's what he said. I'm just relaying the message. Don't shoot the messenger. So, but Larry is out to a little over a 3.3 second lead over James Honeycutt, and we're at lap 18 of 100. Almost 20% done. Well, I guess we're at 18% done right now. So,
you can public that.
I am a Marine.
I eat crayons. It's definitely, it's a battle between these two. You can see that Larry has a little bit of pace than James, but is James holding back just a little bit to either short pit or to, make it a one-stop race. Anything. You don't quite know what's going on until these drivers make that first pit stop. We could tell when the drivers are going to decide to come in or if they're going to stay out. So what James Honeycutt doesn't want to do is let Larry Hensler get out to such a significant lead that he will not be possible to come back from it. So right now, the only constant that's coming out is if you pretty much put your car in a wall. Especially with the distance between the two. But here comes James Honeycutt down in on lap 21. So is this the first pit stop of the evening?
I don't know, Jimmy. I don't think so. Unless he just killed the tires. When you said he was holding back, I don't think he was holding back because he ran that blazer over the lap of a 22.6, so I don't think he was holding back. I think he just burnt up his stuff, but we will see. He is in the pits. That right side is going up. He's going to get tires, at least right side tires. We'll wait a second, see if the left side goes up. The left side is up. So no, he's taking tires. He's taking, But I mean, that's
2 laps down. So he was only 3 seconds behind, and Larry Hensler Jr. has put James Honeycutt a little over 2 laps down. His new tires in 20 laps going to be suffice for the 76 to bring that comeback. I mean, we know that Larry's going to have to pit, but how much will this short pit pay out or pay dividends for the 76 of James Honeycutt?
Well, I mean, James is, he would have to, so to make it worth it, he would have to pass him twice, and then that's, depending on what Larry does. As you can see, James Honeycutt's getting a little loose coming off turn number 4 with those fresh cold tires. So, I mean, guaranteed top 2. And then, so it's not what you want to see, but
I mean, it is what it is, right? I think this is the biggest fall off that we've seen for a league, and unnecessary. I mean, these drivers have had some great races, and you don't know what's going on with people's lives, obviously. So, it's a simulator, it's a hobby, and it does get frustrating. You say a win's a win, but I mean, it is true. But you like to have a little competition, a lot more competition out on the track to make it feel a little better for yourself. But just keep sticking to it. The people do come and people do go for leagues. I've broadcasted for many of leagues, and even if you're interested, if you're out there and you're watching, I see a couple people who have stopped in and left. But if you're out there watching, or you're watching right now and you get to hear this part of the video, hit the like and subscribe. Or see what CRN has to offer. All these leagues that we cover on CRN are all chance or opportunity for anybody to race with those drivers in that field. So get out here and have fun and support maybe a session or field that you wouldn't mind running. But yeah, here we go. Right now we got Larry Hensler Jr. behind James Honeycutt, obviously. Honeycutt being on them fresh new tires. Larry Hensler Jr. not hitting as of right now, and it kind of looks like it's balanced out really, really quickly. But 76 has not had the opportunity to take huge advantage of brand new tires.
You know, it would be something that to think of, like what I mean. I would like to know what Larry's thinking right now. Well, if James comes up and passes him for the second lap to get back on the lead lap, would he want to pit, or would he just, wait and see what James does again? I mean, obviously tires. I believe they got 3 sets plus what was on the truck. So yeah, they have 3 sets of tires. So it's not something that they have to worry about. They can honestly stop at lap 25, 50, 75 if they so choose to finish the race, and that's something that, by the looks of it, that's what James is attempting to do, is to see how it's going to pay off. Now, he did come in a little early for that, but that's fine. Obviously, the 20 laps is definitely a little early than that stick. But here's the thing, though. Larry's just cruising, hitting his marks, running the truck, but James has to run every lap full bore. Like, no matter what, he has to put down some blazers of a lap. And yeah, that's fun and it's something to do, but the chances of wrecking the truck because you drift out too far, the truck gets a little wiggly on rear end, you can't catch it. That's something else. Well, James Honeycutt is coming back down to pit lane, maybe to get another set of tires. I don't know, but he's down back 2 laps down. So
James Honeycutt going to go more laps down here as Larry Hensley Jr. continues to stay out here on lap 35 of 100. Ultimately, yeah, it's just going to be an interesting night here with the few drivers here. And you can see that the 76 of Honeycutt has come down in and tires went up on the right.
And tires wrong.
So I don't know. Another stop for tires. I thought they only had 3 sets.
Well, they had 3 sets plus what's on the truck. So he's not coming out. So maybe he had to go use the bathroom. I don't know.
Getting some ice cream? Larry Hensley Jr. out there right now. 37 laps out of 100. Only one cruising out around here. Looks like it's got the Larry Hensley show here tonight for the Smoky Mountain here, as he currently is up by many laps as James Honeycutt has called it quits. So Larry's just out there cruising now. No competition and not quite sure what's going on. Maybe just, James did not want to give it the
good old college try.
Good old college try and try to pull away a victory here. Okay.
Yeah, there is. It's under the truck. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how bad that sometimes computers can be. Somebody wants the Office Space war, right? That is I guess a small testament of a movie that is the fax machine on the line, and they had an outing with it. But it's tough when computers go. And one of our other drivers out of town, driving back. Some of the other drivers just Appreciate it. So, but yeah, right now it's Larry has a junior 42 laps over 100, and I guess what we can do is, there's nothing like seeing our winner here tonight do some laps. I think I'm gonna do a little bit of love to hear it for him.
Are you muting us?
Lawrence Jr. They're completing his laps out there for lap 60 of 100. You know, Derek, you know, it's an unfortunate turn of events here as it looks like, you know, Larry might be the champion. You know, obviously getting that win last week and then another win here. The state of the last 4 and final races are coming to a rest here. It appears after we get some final work and whatnot from the league owner, but yeah, it looks like that number 33 will probably, after all said and done, be the this season champion. As he put on a great show between him and Daniel Sweat there, back and forth, finishing second, and then finally getting in the win here after they got to the playoffs. But you know, with Daniel Sweat kind of backing out and not completing tonight's race, and James Honeycutt was obviously he's out there. Both of them parked it, but it's going to put a little distance. You know, Larry Hensley Jr. obviously getting the victory for the heat race. I'm not sure if that counts for points. So I would imagine that the number 33 should be the overall champion if they decide to call this season just a few weeks early. But in any case, from Smoky Mountain Motorsports, I think you're going to be seeing bigger and brighter things in the future as they're going to change focus just a little bit to their dirt racing for the rest of the season. I'm not quite sure who covers that or the night it is, but if you're interested in running some dirt track racing, get a hold of Christopher Cash and all those fine people over here at Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain does have a bunch of variety of racing. They do Super V8s that I've joined. I had the pleasure of joining them a few times here just the past couple weeks, but when I do get out there, got to run with people from the other side, the Australians, in their premier V8 car. A lot of fun, and it takes a lot of talent to sling that thing around. But they definitely run here at Smoky Mountain on Sunday nights here in the States. So it's definitely a lot of fun if you're interested in running those cars as well. There's also a couple of things going on around CRN. You got Mars Racing and I believe the next gen cars, and the trucks on Tuesday nights. You have Ford Racing on Tuesday nights in the Xfinity car. Or was it the next gen car? And then Wednesday nights here, obviously we were doing the trucks here with Smoky Mountain, but also you have CSRL with a road course, and there is a ES league that's about the ES Sport Chevrolet up in the north there, I think in North Carolina. They got a series where pretty much payouts every week, so interesting season there that CRN covers. Thursday night you jump on over with some road racing with the 4, and then obviously we'll be starting back up, and I think we got another week off, and we'll be back over there with VVR, Virtual Velocity Racing, as they get their next gen series fired back up. And then on the docket, I held them close to my heart because they're some of my favorite people that really stuck by CRN at the beginning, and they're coming back. UCRN was putting together a great group of people. Got to get back out there. And then Gen 4 cars, they will horsepower, the handle. They handle a little bit than the 87s, Derek, but definitely a lot of fun running. So some top quality racing over there. If you're interested in something like that, definitely I would. Some of the best racing that I've seen. Obviously very clean, very fast, and you need some talent over there. And I used to think I was okay until I started running over there a couple seasons ago. We didn't broadcast their Gen 4 series, but I raced with them. I was in the back every race. So just fun with a lot from those drivers over there, and take me on board, kind of show me around a little bit, help me be a little better driver, and enjoyed having fun. Being over there. So if you're interested, hit them up. A lot of good racing over there as well. And then, throughout the weekend, I think there's something goes on Saturday. I think Dylan covers there at CRN. So if you haven't already, you stop by here. Hit the thumbs and the thumb up and the bell and see when CRN goes live. You can watch some great racing. I wish we could have put out a better show here tonight, but we will watch Larry Hensley Jr. here till the end. He's down 72 laps of 100 right now. Finally coming in for a pit stop. Probably got about 0 tires remaining on this thing. We're gonna bring that 33 in. We'll see if he puts some tires in, get himself out there for another 28 laps. Just knock this thing out of the park and walk away the winner here tonight. Obviously, due to uncircumstantial events, some people out of town, issues, whatever it may be. But sometimes luck rolls your way, and it's done that here for that number 33. He's completed this pit stop here on lap number 72. 28 laps remaining. We're going to go ahead and we'll keep the noise level up as we have, I forgot to turn on. And we're going to watch Larry complete this event here. And then we're going to, hopefully we can drag him in here just to give him a shout, or at least give him some time for his shouts ready to you fans that were out there watching Larry dominate the Monster Mile here tonight. coming down 10 laps of the race here as the number 33 of Larry Hensley Jr. taking out the competition, scared him off at the Monster Mile. Maybe he put miles on the back of his truck. I don't know, but maybe it's the paint scheme, the black and the red, just kind of draining everybody's soul from the track. Right? There's all kinds of things that could be going on by that 33.
I know what it is. That used to be a paint scheme Austin Dillon ran, and after this weekend's race at Richmond Motor Speedway, I think they were afraid that Larry will do anything he needed to do to get this one tonight. So they said no, sir, tonight. They've seen that Austin Dillon throwback scheme. So not tonight, boys. But Larry Hensley Jr. is driving down into turn 1 and 2, coming out of 2, going down the backstretch, putting that big old extra lap on good old James Honeycutt, going into turn 3 and 4, taking that low line. Larry Hensley Jr. is bound and determined to finish this race by himself and versus his ghost lap car. So, gotta have a little bit of fun. You gotta find the silver lining out. But gotta give Larry some credit. He's got the pole. He got the heat race win, and he also has led every lap tonight. Now it's not the way he might have wanted it, but last week he put the work in and got the job done last week with the same results. Got the pole, got the heat race win, got the race win. Definitely had some tricky cautions that came at the most ill times. He made a great pit stop call and stayed out, and it got him his first win. Tonight he is going to get his second win of the season, and he's going to have dominated the competition by putting 67 laps on everyone to his closest competitor. Jokingly around, obviously, but we can't blame Christopher Cash because he's been having computer issues lately. So we knew that before the race started. But Anthony Rennick, Christopher Cash, or Christopher Smith, he definitely scared off with his blazing times in practice. But unofficially, I would say coming down to 2 laps to go, I think 3 laps to go, Larry Hensley Jr. is going to have the end of this race all wrapped up. Give him the kudos of sticking it out and when everyone else dropped out. Larry's worked really hard, put in a lot of practice. I don't think he wanted to go to waste. So you gotta give him credit. I don't think many people could have sucked it out, but a win is a win for this evening. And I haven't really talked to Chris about it, but I'm going to dub Larry Hensley Jr. The champion of this series because he stuck it out, led every lap. Could have called it quits, but didn't. Just shows you the character of Larry Hensley Jr. We are on the last lap, everyone. Coming down to turn 3 and 4, Larry puts a gap. It's going to be close. The guy, Ghost Car's going to drive up, get to his bumpers. He's going to give him a love tap. He went right through him. Didn't touch him, but Larry Hensley Jr. is going to come off turn number 4 for the last time and get that checker flag, and the race is over. Larry Hensley Jr. is your race winner and your champion of the Smoky Mountain Grassroots Truck Series for this season. So congratulations, Larry. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. So
it's definitely been It's definitely been a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of fun hanging out and getting to know a lot of great people over here in Smoky Mountain. I hope to be back with them soon, back up here in the booth, no matter what series they got. They can just reach out, and obviously DRN will be there for them if we can, because we have that relationship now. So, but Larry Hansen Jr. burning it down right now, just kind of celebrating just a little bit. I'm sure, any driver wants competition, and every driver wants to win, but competition kind of fell to the wayside here tonight, maybe by the lack of drivers or whatever, but Larry decided to stick it out, like Derek said, and finish the 100 laps, put it in the books, but it looks like that will probably be enough for that championship win here with Smoky Mountain. So great run, great finish there by Larry. Great run, great finish and races by everybody that joined us here at Smoky Mountain Motorsports throughout the season here with the trucks, and also just a shout out to all the fans that stood by us here at CRN Barry and all the rest of the fans out there that continue to support CRN, and even as some of these races got a little more count than others, but great finish here tonight for Larry. I don't know, usually we can get Larry in the booth pretty easily. We'll see if he pops in here. We'll let Derek give him a shout out thing down before we get him.
Well, Larry, if you can hear us or watching, come into the booth, buddy. You got to get in here to get your everyone else left, even though they finished top 3. They could have come and tell us about their brief race. But Larry Hensley Jr., please come to the booth. You know what? I'll handle this.
Aging, Mr. Larry Hensley Jr. Aging. What's fun about having your own YouTube channel is you can just have fun with it. It's entertainment, right? So. But Larry is a friend of Derek's, and they usually talk pretty often. And usually Larry will hang out with us here as a kind of like an in-call race reporter if need be, because he likes to race in the quiet. But definitely looking forward to talking to Larry. If not, that's fine. Like I said, just give the league a great shout, and obviously all the sponsors that kind of put in here. And it does look like we're going to get Larry Henson Jr. up here in the booth here. We'll give Derek some time there to give Larry the ultimate shout-outs that he needs for the season here.
Hey, Larry, it's Jimmy and Derek in the booth. You got us.
Yeah, man, I got you.
All right, I know it was a lot of twisting of your arm to get you in here. I heard that little chuckle after I told you to get into the booth. But congratulations, sir. You are the race winner at Dover Motor Speedway, and you are the official, I'm going to call it, Smoky Mountain Grassroots Truck Series champion. I'm calling that due to the fact that, low car count and they're deciding to end the season tonight, and you're the only one that stuck it out. So, ran every lap, even you were by yourself. That takes a lot of cojones, I guess, or a lot of patience, or a lot of drive, just to know that you stayed and stuck it out when you could have easily given up. So, congratulations on that. Well, you put a dominant performance on tonight. You led every lap tonight. You won by 68 laps over your second place finisher, 97 laps on your third place finisher, and 100 laps on your fourth place finisher. How do you feel about your run tonight, and how do you think if they would have stayed, how do you think you would have fared up against them tonight?
Well, I can't really say on how I would have fared, but I really didn't even know that anybody was paying attention. I thought I didn't know you guys was broadcasting. So I mean, once we put in so many laps, we was contemplating on whether we had enough tires running or not. So then I was just thinking to myself, well, let's see how many laps we can go. And then I just started clicking off 24 fours, and I said to myself, well, let's see how long we can stay in the 24 fours.
Well, I mean, you definitely stayed out for 72 laps. So, and then when you came in, but I mean, I guess we could have gone off the heat race. I think you did fairly well in the heat race. You started putting some time on the guys in there. Now, James Honeycutt did find some extra tenths but it also cost him in the heat race. He ran up into the wall. But I mean, he did put down a nice couple of heaters in the race too. So I mean, he did found something in the heat race that applied to the race, but I don't think it would have mattered because I think he burned up his stuff doing that. And that's my opinion. But he definitely had found some speed. But consistently, you're pretty consistent. Yeah, I mean, you only lost a few tenths after 20 laps. I mean, that's pretty good at Dover. Man, congratulations on your win. I know you didn't think we were watching. We did go muted for a little bit during the race, but we still the stream's still up. You're live on the broadcast right now, so. Obviously, we started the race. We're not going to shut her down unless we absolutely had to. But congratulations on your win tonight and your championship. I will say, give you a chance to give any shout outs or special thanks to anyone out there watching.
Yeah, just thanks for everybody that does run the league, whether you show up every week or not. Thanks for Christopher Cash, Thomas Freitas, everybody that helps put this thing on, Rob Hattenback, and thanks to you guys for always giving us a stream and sticking it out tonight.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's our pleasure of making this happen. But Jimmy, you got any words or something you want to say to our champion before we let him go?
Before we let him get out of here, Larry, we've watched your race recording. It's good to see you progress and continue to keep striving to be the best you can. The competition's fierce with 30 trucks or 30 cars on the track, or if it's just yourself. The time, the commitment to get out there and run these races and have fun is impeccable. It's good to see that you're out there doing it. So we look forward to seeing whatever series that you fall into next. And hopefully CRN is there to catch you win yet another win or yet maybe even another championship.
I appreciate it, Jimmy, and I appreciate y'all.
Buddy, well, go celebrate with your friends and family. We'll talk to you later, bud.
Thanks, man.
All right, that's your race winner and your race champion, Larry Hensley Jr. You know what, Jimmy? It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. I've used that in the last 10 minutes twice. So I think I'm tapped out on puns for tonight.
I tapped out on puns. Yeah, we're gonna call this thing for the evening, and definitely let everything kind of let everything go, and we will see everybody next series, next race. If we get involved here at Smoky Mountain, but for me and Derek and everybody else out there, continue to check in to CRN and what's going on throughout the racing. But until then, we'll see you at the track.
Meow 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 meow.